I am Christina Crowley, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. It is Friday, and I am happy to be here with you. And I help people who want to go after their passion, and I, uh, I really that's what I really enjoy. And so I want to thank you for watching today. I also want to thank those of you who are watching this in the replay, because that is not everybody can watch while it's live, and I appreciate you too. Uh, I want to know: have you ever struggled with the expectations that you feel are put upon you? And what I want to do today is talk about that, but also talk about it in a positive way. Sometimes the expectations that are put upon us are done by ourselves, and sometimes it is done by others, by parents, by siblings, by those who are in an authority position over us, like teachers or bosses, people who see us in a way that is different from ourselves. So there are the two kinds of different expectations that we put upon ourselves. And I don't think that they're a bad thing. There's things that are put upon, expectations that are put upon us about the way we should look. And I think of that when we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend, and it's usually the official start of summer. And that expectation to put upon us is to be, slim and looking good in our swimsuit. And, for many years, that expectation that I don't know where it came from, I put it upon myself to do that. And, I never truly enjoyed the moment. Uh, it took a lot of the joy out of the moment for me. So that was an expectation that I put upon myself that, I really shouldn't have. But the expectations that per se teachers or parents or siblings put upon us that we bring into our lives, they may not be necessarily a bad thing. I think it can be a good thing because they may see something in us that we don't see in ourselves. They may see that spark within us that, we haven't, realized of our greatness. They may see that we are excellent in a certain subject in many, many ways that I'm still wishing that I could be excellent in. And I think about this, when I was in school and I was studying many different things, and my mom and my dad were very, very supportive in what I did, but I didn't know exactly how to accept that, to be uh, to know that was a really good thing. It felt like pressure. It felt like, but it didn't have to be. And uh, truly, those of us who put expectations upon us, we either accept them or we don't. We live with who we really are and the choices we really make. It is completely a me, myself, and I kind of position. And that in turn gives you power to accept what people see in us, and accept our greatness. And that is kind of what, Inspiration Morning is about, is to remind us of our greatness. I put on a lot of quotes that are about, yeah, accept who you are. I love who you are. And that's the reason why, because I couldn't accept the expectations, or even change that around to what other people saw in me, the greatness that others saw in me when I was younger. I couldn't see it myself. I didn't really know I had it in me. And you don't really know what you don't know until you are probably past that situation. And so that's what I really feel. That's what I wanted to talk about today, because, at the end of May, brings up a lot of memories for me, especially the nice cool weather. I was out walking the pups this morning, and it really just hit me that when you're trying for something else, when you think you should have something that you don't have, you kind of forget the beauty that is around you. You don't always see the beauty that is right in front of you. You don't see the opportunities that are right there. And when you're really, going for something else. And it's, you need to take a breather and stop and smell the beautiful air. And the end of May also means to me the end of the school year. And the rain that we've been having lately reminds me of that. I went to school at University of Montana, and at the end of the year in May, May was it was a rainy month, but it was a beautiful month because with all that rain after a winter, brings up beautiful flowers and brings up the greens, and it just makes for a beautiful environment. It also, for me, made it so that there was no more snow, so I could get outside and I could hike and I could walk and I could enjoy everything that was around me. I could enjoy, walking the dog and having a good time in that cooler weather, because I'm not truly a fan of hot weather, even though I like about a week of it. And when I lived in Montana, that's about what you had. At the end of August, you had some really hot weather, and then you might have had a nice cool fall. And that was kind of it at times for our hot weather. Though I remember the year my sister got married, and I moved back up to Montana, and it was like 60 days of 90s and 100s. It was really hot. So, but the end of May brings to me back those memories of the beautifulness of conclusions. The end of school coming up, the end of the school year, and going on vacations. Memorial Day weekend meant the beginning of summer. It was the official start of summer, though technically on the calendar, it still had 20 more days to go into June. And it reminds me of going after something, of completing something, and the end of the school year, the end of a work year, the end of a fiscal year. It means it's a milestone, it's a marker, and I think within our lives that that's a good thing. That said, I want to say, feel free to comment, ask questions, give me likes, give me shares, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs ups. I really appreciate those, and please feel free to do that. I'm doing this on the Be Live. Oops, the other side, on the Be Live. And what that does is that gives me the opportunity to take comments, to take questions. So if you have any, feel free to do that. And while I have that up there, I want to talk about the contest. Our contest, I'm gonna write that in. I'm gonna take a moment, move a few things around. The contest. Every Saturday, I give away a $25 Amazon gift card to people who comment, who like, who share on the posts within Inspiration Morning. And sorry, I heard my doggy over there. So when people comment, when they like, when they share any of the memes or any of the Go After Your Passion Live, which happens on Wednesday, or any of these daily Inspiration Morning Lives, then you are in the possibility of being picked as the $25 Amazon gift card winner. Now, you have to watch the Saturday show to know that you've won it. I also send the winners a message through Facebook, but if you're not friends with me, which most of the people, there's thousands of people within Inspiration Morning. If you're not friends with me, it may not go to your inbox, so you have to check the other. And so you have to check the other to know that you've won the contest. And after watch the Saturday show, and I will tell you that I've sent you a message to your inbox, and most of the time lands in your other, because Facebook gives you two inboxes for people to message you. One for your friends, one for people that you are connected with. And though you're connected on Inspiration Morning with me, we aren't technically connected. So you need to watch out for that so that I can get you your Inspiration Morning $25 Amazon gift card so that you can know that you're the winner. Alrighty, so the next thing I want to talk about is the Go After Your Passion project. The Go After Your Passion project is something that I'm putting together with Teresa, who does Go After Your Passion Live with me. And she's going to be starting doing the the podcast that I do. I've done podcasts for several years with that, and that will be the Go After Your Passion podcast. But the Go After Your Passion project is something that we are doing because I know many people don't go after their passion for a number of reasons. They're either too busy, they're too, they just don't have the time for it, or they don't know what it is. And I find that is a big one. So the Go After Your Passion project is something we've created. It will help you find out what it is, and then it will also help you find time to do it. Well, if we'll help you find, say you have 2 hours and you feel like I only have 2 hours to do this. We have ways. I have a grid way that I plot out what I want to do, that I get stuff done. And so we're putting that together. It's hi, good morning. I see that there's a couple of you watching. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. I can never do that quite right. Give me some hearts. And I appreciate you watching this morning. I'm talking about things such as expectations, and now I'm talking about the Go After Your Passion project. And I believe in going after your passion. I truly do. This is part of my passion, connecting with the people on my pages and connecting with people. And I have many passions. I call myself a multi-passionate person. And with the Go After Your Passion live that we do on Wednesday nights, and I did one on Monday that appeared on the page. That was because Simon didn't have time on his Wednesday. And he lives in Wales. I said London, but he does live in Wales. And they're several hours ahead of us. So, we're good for him. It was 7 o'clock his time. And we did it. And that's the beauty of doing these lives and having the replays. And people who watch the replays can catch up. And so within the Go After Your Passion project and being a multi-passionate person, there is only so much time in one day. But there are things we can do to help us go after that, to find time, to make time. And then there are certain ways of doing things so that we actually get things done. And most things that I see nowadays on Facebook, it's because you want to start a business. Well, maybe you don't want to start a business. Maybe you want to start ceramics. Maybe you want to start knitting. Maybe you want to learn something like crochet. Maybe you want to learn something within the computer realm. Not everybody wants to start a business, but if you do want to start a business, it also works within the same principles of doing things and going after your passion. If you're not passionate about what you do, I think, you need to find joy in your life somewhere. And some people within their work, it is their work, and, it's what they do, and they're not always thrilled about it, but it is something that they just do. And so I feel that that's why the Go After Your Passion project is important too, because I know that I've had jobs that just were not, they had their ups and downs, and a few of them, they had more downs than ups, and I needed something outside, something that I was passionate about. And that is kind of why I started Go After Your Passion years and years ago, along with Inspiration Morning, to be that little reminder to follow my passion, to do something, to realize that brought me joy. That made my work better when my work wasn't giving me joy. And I'm a firm believer, and I've said it a number of times, that your work should bring you joy. But if it can't be, if it's not yet, then have a passion, follow your passion. Some people, just need that little extra reminder. I'm one of them. I speak from true experience that way. And I want to say that if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please feel free to put them in the comments of the Facebook page you see now. I can see them. I can bring them on the screen, and I can answer any questions that you may have. I'm going to bring back my piece of paper that I put on my keyboard, because I don't always remember everything the way I should. And I enjoy hearing from you. I do enjoy any comments that you want to put out. And so feel free to do so. That's why I do this on Be Live. It is the best way for me to to hear back from you and to be able to communicate with you. And I am happy to do that. I believe in going after your passion, and that's why we've started the Go After Your Passion project. It will be done soon. We're finishing up the website. We're finishing up, what the looks of those are, and then we're going to add the membership area there. And I'm very proud of it, and we'll be having it ready next week. And I'll be able to share the URL with you, and so you can go take a look there should you like. It's something that I'm very excited about, and it's going to make this Memorial Day weekend, this end of May, even more special to me than the Mays tend to be. I didn't do this yesterday because as I was getting ready to, there was a big storm blowing in. And living in Denver, that does happen. And so I will, that's why I choose the morning to do these anyway, because, at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock noon, if it's going to be a somewhat warm day and there's humidity, there's going to be a storm. And so I choose to do these when I can, if I can. And as the summer storm season comes upon, this will probably get earlier and earlier as I walk the dogs earlier and earlier, because I prefer to be out in the morning when it is early. And, I remember feeling, at the end of May, such positive, such, real happiness, such enthusiasm going forward. I don't like always talking about weather, but it does, the change of seasons, the newness. When you live in somewhere that has seasons and you do see the changes of the environment around you. And I for the past number of years, I've really tried hard to put a positive feeling out towards that, because it's what is. It is accepting what is. And that is, I think that can bring you much happiness. You can't change what you can't change. You can't change the weather. You can't change the length of the day, the hours of the sun shining or not shining, but you can make your environment the best you can. You can put out flowers that enjoy the type of weather that you're having. You can plant trees that I can look to outside of my window and enjoy the trees. You can make your home environment the best you can. And that those are things you can do. You can accept the things you can't change, but realistically work on the things that you can. And when going after your passion, I believe that is a good thing to keep focus on. And that is, in a way, is my best example. So it is the best way that I know to, it is kind of universal. Everybody understands, the change of seasons. And, that is, I can't think of the word. It is something that it is universal. And it's something that we can put into any number of types of situations for people to know. Alrighty. I want to say thank you to those of you who have watched today. And I would like to know, feel free to put into the comments, what are your biggest fears? What are your biggest challenges? And what would you love to see me talk more about? Please share this Facebook Live, click the like button, click the hearts, click the shares. And, I really look forward to seeing you on my Facebook Lives. I'm going to be doing more of them. And let me know what you think. Also, tune in on Saturdays and find out if you're the contest winner. So I'm going to be looking for some likes, but I definitely, feel free to comment. And I want to say thank you very much. Bye-bye.